The
We're
bats
back.
at night.
Hello.
They're big and they bite. Deep in the heart of Valaki.
Vlaki.
Which we were asked to leave and we cannot return to.
I feel like is it only Valaki that we were asked to leave? I feel like maybe that's just my own
we
internalized.
Asked, or did we just sort of feel like we probably should for our own safety?
I
Remember.
will have to go. Erica, you edit the episodes and are smarter than us, so I defer to your wisdom.
I think that we broke into the mayor's attic and talked to his son a lot.
The alleged mayor.
I like how you try to diminish it as attic. You broke into his house to get into his attic.
Yeah, well, how else were we going to get into his attic?
Yeah, but then later, you guys, we actually confessed to that to the right monster arm man of the.
Oh, I think he kind of encouraged us not to come back because then he'd have to do his job.
Yeah.
So we lost his sister.
Misplaced.
She went to heaven, canonically.
Okay, so if we run into him and we're like, your sister's in heaven, don't worry about it. I don't think
And
that's
we
gonna
sent
go
her
Sister's
well.
in heaven,
No.
allegedly.
It's all about.
We sent your sister to heaven.
It's all about the marketing. We have what we do is we have Elevor explain it such that we've sent her away so that she will never be taken by Strahd. She's safe from him forever and ever. We have ensured her safety, something like that.
Erica, I like that
Sort
plan,
of
and it has the virtue of
deflect.
being kind of true. But what if we just distract him with Rictavio? Is my question.
Yeah.
Just throw Rick.
Your sister? Oh, look, Rictavio.
You know, I just like to say other groups that I've run, different groups. Let's acknowledge that
Better?
You're
Was that what you're
cheating
gonna
on
say?
me when I
I run
specifically
Dungeons
asked
and
you
Dragons.
not
Other
to?
groups?
I'm running a lot of adventures for a lot of people. I'm just going to say, hold on, we're going to transition to the complimentary part here.
Okay.
Okay.
Woo! Yeah. Woo! I'm
Just
just going to say other groups argue with me about what did or didn't happen in the past. And I really appreciate about you that you argue with each other. It's nice to, you know what? It's nice to just be on the sideline and not be attacked all the time. So thank you. That's
You're
what I appreciate
welcome.
about you. Yeah. Point of order. Before we started this thing, Micah called point of order, which is fun to say.
Is.
Yeah, it is point of order to say that we should get started because we have a hard out.
Cellar door.
And then we talked about dumb things. Then we started singing. So, point of order, Micah has already called a point of order. I don't have anything to say about that.
I thought that was going somewhere, Tony.
That was like
where you
a
introduce
harder
us.
reminder.
Quiet.
And then I said point of
once.
order like twice, and I'm just going to say it again. No, you can't stop me. Point of
Sidebar.
order. Yeah.
No, I don't.
Okay. Approach, counselor.
We'll circle back to that.
D&D court.
Also, I mean, I appreciate counselor as a word because it's like, is it law or is it the breach of the Starship Enterprise? Could be either. And, you know, like those two great tastes. I want them together.
Yeah, same with partner.
So, yeah.
Are you
Chocolate and peanut
a
butter.
senior lawyer? Are you in business together? Are you cowboys?
Cowboys.
Yeah.
That's more of a partner, I feel like.
Are you a chief engineer and his android friend? It could be a lot of things. So
Anyway, this is Total Party Kill, a D&D actual play podcast brought to you from the Incomparable Network, where nerds get together and play Dungeons and Dragons with their pals,
At
also
least
nerds.
sometimes.
I love
Up
you
first
all.
is Tony Sindelar, the Dungeon Master Extraordinaire. Hello, Tony. Introduce yourself and your character.
is this actually the introducer or should I start the show now? I don't know how to go with this.
Maybe start the show now.
Yes,
Yes.
and all right. Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a dungeon master. He, him, his are my pronouns. This is the podcast where I am increasingly mean to the nicest people that will tolerate my presence. That's right. It's the Dog and Pony Show. We're in Barovia. We are playing Curse of Strahd. Allow me to introduce our players. They will remind you who their characters are, and then I'll give you a quick recap of the story so far. First up in my Zoom column, and therefore in my heart, don't ask me how biology works, it's Dan Morin.
Hello, it's me, Dan Morin, which Tony just said. I am playing Crucible, aka Castan Onatar's Crucible, a Warforged cleric of the god Onatar. I use he, him pronouns. Crucible uses they, them pronouns. I sometimes mess that up, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to get better.
Next up, the one, the only, the Aline Sims.
Hello. I am apparently not in Tony's heart, which feels like a good place to be. I play Imra Soliana, the Wood
It's
Elf
dark
Ranger.
in there, let me tell you.
Check with your doctor if. Imra Soliana, the Wood Elf Ranger, dagnammit, and Androdite, the amazing Mastiff Puppy.
This is going to be a good episode, people. I can tell from the energy in the room. Certainly, we're going to get a lot done today. Next up, she's wearing an Edmonton Oilers shirt that I think it looks like she's a pilot in the rebellion. That's only for the people watching live. It's an orange and white shirt, people. And my imagination, it's very, very limited. It's Erica Ensign.
Hi. Yes, the Oilers are up 1-0 over the Winnipeg Jets as we record this. Go team.
The Winnipeg Jets, I've just been informed, is a team that plays Canadian hockey.
Correct.
Thank you.
On a slightly more germane note, I play Brildish, the Dwarven Paladin. Her pronouns, like mine, are she, her. And I also play Brildish's awesome celestial pony Cinderlaurent, and his pronouns are he, him.
Next up, it is Jane Ritt. Hi, Jane.
Hi, Tony. I am Jane Ritt, she, her, and I play Lena Dulina, the human rogue, also she, her.
And last but not least, he keeps us on task because he is a terrible, terrible monstrous villain that we are all afraid of, but also we love him. It's Micah Sargent.
Yes, they tell me they love me or else. My pronouns are he, him, and I play Elevor, the half-elf druid, whose pronouns are also he, him, and Samus, the saber-toothed tiger, whose pronouns are she, her.
Also, I forgot for Imra, Androdite, and myself, our pronouns are she, her. Cool. Sorry.
All right. What happened previously on Total Party Kill, the Dog and Pony Show, Curse of Strahd, something else that goes here.
Argen Vostholt.
Yes. Our adventurers went to the drowned city of Berez. They recovered an awesome glowing sword that is basically a Dungeons & Dragons lightsaber. On their way back to civilization, I had some ghosts walk by, and they were like, yeah, let's follow the ghosts. This is how dungeon mastering works,
That
people.
sounds, in retrospect, really dumb of us.
Have you met us?
I mean, yeah.
Dumber than usual.
We don't... Good thing we didn't record that one. They followed the trail of ghosts to one ancient, dilapidated manor known as Argenvostholt, which seems to be some kind of old keep/manor house. They've explored some of the ruins. They fought some giant spiders. They poked around some spooky foyers. Is this a foyer/vegetable, or is this one only a foyer? I don't know how it works. But our jokes at this point have caused me to lose valuable architectural knowledge. But that's what happens when you commit to a bit. But at the end of last session, Brildish was sent an important psychic message by one Pony Cinderlaurent informing her something is coming. But before we deal with that, important old business. Last time on Total Party Kill, I made the mistake of informing people that I have never had cotton candy. Micah Sargent is a very dangerous individual, as clockwise though, and combined with his planning and Dan's knowledge of where I live, they have sent me some cotton candy. But that's not all. Someone else joins me in my service to podcasts. Jane is also holding some cotton candy. Now I look at this. I will tell you, for things that are nominally food, this is relatively large. It's, smaller than a bread box, but not by a lot. It weighs much too little. It is disconcerting. I was concerned there was a label on here that said, keep out of reach of children. I believe that specifically just means the plastic bag. That,
Yeah, if you look closer, the label says feed to children. Jane, I'm glad we have that reaction immortalized on video.
Inside the plastic bag are two, Jane, would you call them vats?
Yes, I would,
Tubs?
Tony.
Yeah. Tubs?
Tubs. Yes.
Tubs
a
of
vat
cotton
is bigger.
candy.
That is much
I'm
bigger.
opening my bag, Jane. One is pink, one is blue.
Which one are you going with,
the
Tony?
Flavors are pink and
I was
blue.
going to ask you because I'm very concerned about this.
So I'll take pink. I'll take pink. And I did pull open the lid and try to get a nice waft of the bouquet, and immediately was thrown backwards by the heady scent of sugar.
Okay. My
teeth hurt from say 6 to 8 inches away.
You're getting the right experience then.
Yep.
Good. That
All's
means it's a
going
real cotton candy.
according to plan.
You know, it's only, and this is a vat of cotton candy. So we have 2
Tub.
vats each. I'm sorry, a tub. We're not going to consume all of this on the podcast. I'm even concerned about really just having this in my house because there's only 2 adults and 1 parrot here. And
Please don't give it to
Don't give it to the parrot. Yeah.
I will not give it to the parrot. There are parrot laws that keep that kind of thing happening. Each tub is only 220 calories, which doesn't seem horrible.
That's pretty low.
Right?
Yeah, that's
But
not
did
so
you
bad.
catch the red hot percentage of your daily intake of sugar, Tony?
Yeah, well, I do notice that first off, the tub is 57 grams. The serving size is 1 tub. It does say tub.
Oh my God.
Yes.
A whole tub?
The serving size is 1 tub, which is 57 grams. Which is
I can
roughly
see myself eating
2
that.
ounces.
You'll see why. You'll see why
Yeah.
when you.
Yeah.
How many grams
yes.
of sugar in the 57 grams?
Well, Dan, what would your guess be to how many grams of sugar had 57 grams?
I don't know,
of
60,
cotton candy?
65?
Dan,
56.
you're clearly not a physicist, but you're in the right ballpark. There are, in fact, 57 grams of sugar in
course.
57
Of
grams.
course.
In 57 grams
That's
of
very
cotton
little
candy.
food coloring, then. That's good.
Regrettably, not a good source of vitamin D, calcium, iron, or potassium.
Darn it!
Nope.
I thought I could get all my potassium from cotton candy.
Enriched. You need enriched
Ingredients:
cotton candy for
sugar, artificial, and natural. Natural flavors, really? Let's be honest.
Natural flavor is
Sugar's
sugar.
natural.
Yeah.
Sugar, yeah.
Texture is
Artificial colors. Yeah.
So I want to.
challenging.
I do want to point out that this isn't going to be the same experience that getting it like at a carnival would
Right.
be.
No.
Because getting it at a carnival, it's not as like it looks
Dense.
fairly
It's more
dense.
dense,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like remember that as you
Mhm.
try it. Like the texture isn't going to be quite the same as getting it from
Yeah,
like
like fresh.
fresh spun
fresh,
from
yeah.
a candy machine.
You know, again, there's some of the advantages of getting it shipped to us from Amazon, where it's been sitting in a warehouse for
I will
who
say,
knows how long.
I will say,
it does
just-
come with a lot of warnings and pieces of information that I feel like you would not get in the carnival setting.
That
So,
too,
for
yes.
example, do not place in direct sunlight. Same for me, honestly.
Yeah.
So the reason why is it'll melt.
Don't feed it after
You
midnight.
don't. It can't be in high humidity either because
Mhm.
It'll
again,
melt.
it will
So
melt.
I will say my wife has at a party for children thrown by the place that she works. She has worked a cotton candy machine,
It's just slowly pulling it apart.
and
I'm taking the seal off.
it's extremely. What I learned about working a cotton candy machine is
You
It's something you do
you
once.
get a
That's better
lot
than
of cotton
hairspray.
candy on yourself.
Yeah, it's better than hairspray. Like your hair just.
She was
Alright.
wearing like
Frozen in place for a week.
it was a Christmas party. She was wearing a onesie that was like a Christmas tree, and several years later, it still has cotton candy embedded in it because
I
how do
worry
you get
about
that
people's
out?
lungs.
So
I worry about people's lungs
other
through what
things,
cotton candy machine
other
is.
things the package tells me, it does proudly proclaim fat-free in a little yellow balloon, like a circus-style
course.
balloon.
Yep.
Which makes sense because it's all structured. There's no room for fat. Also, it peanut-free and gluten-free. Also makes sense, though. Of course, that means that the conditions in which it has to be prepared would be that. Jane, I've removed the seal from it. This was a mistake because I am now smelling the cotton candy.
Oh yes.
Welcome.
Good.
I'm also regretting the choice. I think I followed your lead with pink, and it does, as a cotton candy novice, it does, looking at this tube, mainly make me think of insulation for housing.
Yes, this is his housing insulation.
That's
So
prickly.
I'm touching it,
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
and I
pull-
don't like.
Yeah,
I don't
pull it
like what I
apart.
feel.
Pull
like.
it-
pull it
You
apart a
may
little
need
bit.
you may
We have
need
to
like a
fluff it.
wet wipe or something, or a napkin, because it will be sticky.
Yeah.
It
Did
is
you ever
sugar.
dissect owl pellets in school?
Why would you bring that
Micah,
up now?
Micah,
But
Micah,
right
yeah,
now-
yeah, yeah,
Micah,
yeah.
Is that why this is full of mouse bones?
Micah,
Wait a second, Micah, are
Micah.
you a ranger in real life?
he's a
crunch.
druid.
Druid, yes.
so-
Druid, of course.
It is weird because it is a little bit in this tub. It seems a little densely packed.
Yeah.
Which I have
It's
concerns
supposed to be
about.
aerated a bit.
Yeah, it would be fluffier.
So,
So-
the oils on your fingers will start to melt it. So you do want to, once you've started to play with it, you just
Do it.
need to go ahead and
Don't
do
need
it.
to
Yeah.
Eat it.
So I
Don't
just
do it.
snort this.
Take a
Is
bite.
this what-
Do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Do it.
Jane, are you doing this also?
Just
Do
put it on your tongue,
I guess
Eat it.
since
Do
you
it, Jane.
asked.
Peer pressure.
and it should start to melt on your tongue.
Yes,
Put it-
it'll dissolve.
It just tastes like pink sugar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Pretty much.
That's what it is.
Uh-huh.
You know, I had a lot of fear. It just like it almost feels kind of granular.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
like
Sugar?
it's like I just ate like a little bit of sugar in a teaspoon with a slight
There's
sense
more
of
Got some
drama.
texture. It's got some
because
texture.
That's what you did.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I really experienced the textures because it melted so fast.
Maybe
Yeah.
you need a bigger
Um,
glob. Just take
It is-
I
I'm
did
getting-
the glob.
I'm getting a
and
lot
I
of pink. I went for a
experienced
tiny
lot in
bit.
terms of texture.
Talk to me about the heady notes that you're
Yeah,
getting.
Jane, tell
of-
us about your
it's
experience
oaky.
with the glob.
I'm getting whiffs of blueberry,
Mhm.
some sugar,
Yeah.
a little bit of sugar,
Yeah.
mostly sugar.
Mhm.
All right. I think I'm good.
Can you check
go.
for me, Tony? Does the blue one have blue raspberry flavoring? Because pink is typically just cotton candy.
Yeah, this has natural flavoring.
It has
Like
nothing that
flavor.
I will
Sugar.
tell you.
The flavor is sugar.
I am not noticing anything in the packaging for the blue one that makes it distinct from the pink one, other than that it is transparent and the contents are obviously blue and not pink.
I think it's probably just
Interesting.
food coloring.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Why
'Cause
did I
sometimes
smell
they
it
have flavor.
again?
Yeah,
I just
don't-
like, Jane, when you hold
Jane-
it up on the video, it looks like you've got like a Frosty from Dairy Queen or something.
It does. I want one now.
You know what,
Mm.
Micah? I'm even a little bit concerned here. The ingredients, actually, this can't be right or something unless it's just the artificial flavoring. Oh, God.
Oh no. It's coming back together.
Don't
This
inhale
theor-
it directly.
Theoretically, both of these include red 40 and blue 1. It must just be in different proportions, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I interpreted red 40 as a quantity of red and
Oh.
not a type of red, which I'm
That's the
realizing
number
it is.
of dye.
I don't really know what I'm gonna do with this now that it's in my house.
Well, it lasts until
Forever?
April
The heat-
2022.
The heat death of the
So-
universe.
So I'm just gonna eat a little bit more because it already fell on my desk, and then I'm gonna wash
Wise.
my hands.
As is traditional.
Of this whole affair.
Yeah, mhm. See,
I
now
understand-
I wish I could have some now. Like,
I'm
it's not
sorry.
great,
It
but
is
I still want
addictive to
some.
watching somebody
Yeah.
else eating it. You're like, oh yeah, cotton candy.
Yeah. I
Also,
remember that.
this feels like a huge conundrum because I have far more cotton candy than I want now, and you have far less.
cotton candy. than
Yeah.
we want.
Okay, I think this is the most positive thing I can say about cotton candy. I understand the appeal,
Oh.
even if
Oh,
I
okay.
never
That's
feel like
better
need
than
to
I
do
thought.
this again.
Yeah.
Jane, what about you?
The greatest thing I can say about cotton candy is it was given to me by a friend.
All right, I apologize. I'm just gonna go wash my hands really quickly.
Totally
'cause they are
understandable.
sticky,
Probably
and I need to
sticky.
use a computer.
Yeah. It's a good idea.
Dan,
Yeah.
tell everybody a story.
So,
We can vamp, and then
once
we'll cut
upon
it
a
out.
time.
Once upon a time, we sent cotton candy.
Yeah.
Well, now we just have to
That was-
brainstorm what other things they haven't eaten that we can send them, right? I mean,
Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
Well,
It'll be a
you know,
bit.
just all of us. I think we should all think about things that we have never had, and
I
Ooh,
did confess
that
to
could
never
be
having had a
good.
corn dog, but I actually don't think you should
That's
send
true.
me a corn dog. I feel like it
No.
doesn't travel well.
Yeah, you'd want that.
well,
to
I mean,
be
neither does cotton
frozen.
candy. I've
Yeah,
had frozen
it's-
corn dogs. They're fine. You just cook them in the oven.
Okay. I think
Mhm.
it's.
I don't know if they have that on Amazon, but I will
Seems
do
like
some
too much.
research.
So Will Wagner in the YouTube chat says that he once saw Jane drink an iced coffee with a bunch of different clashing flavor shots at a charity thing, and she made that exact face.
Oh,
So it's that bad.
I
They
believe
were
that.
moving the coffee shop from one place to another, so they were getting rid of all of their flavor shots. And I basically
God.
said that anyone who donated to, I forget, it was either Care or Rain, could, if they sent me their receipt, add another flavor
Nice.
to the coffee.
That's like when you do the thing at the soda fountain, right? When you get a little bit of
the suicide, which I
Yes.
wish we had a different name for.
yes, but
Yes. But
Just
this
the-
was curated
that is
and very bad. Yes.
Simon Welsh in the chat has volunteered to ship Vegemite and New Zealand Marmite to someone. I will say,
Ooh.
I grew up with a good friend who was Australian, and he once convinced me to eat Vegemite, claiming it tasted like chocolate. It does not
That's
taste like
not
chocolate.
very nice.
That is a mean thing to do to a 12-year-old. He was also 12.
I've had-
That other 12-year-old is now dead.
I haven't seen him in years.
I've had Marmite, and I think I'm one of the rare people that's kind of like, it's okay. Like
Marmite and Vegemite do also have like slightly. I feel like they're both bad, but I feel like they're slightly different. I don't know, or at least people from like Australia will claim that it's different than people from like the UK. I don't know. It's yeast, right? Like it's like a yeast extract that you put on.
Yeah, it's like it tasted like beer sauce to me. Like
I can see why as a 12-year-old I didn't like it. Maybe I would like it better as an adult. Like my taste buds have changed.
I'd
like
rather just
beer
have
as a
butter on
12-year-old
my scone.
either.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do like butter better.
Better.
Point of order. I'm back.
Back to it.
All right. So
what is Pony saying?
Pony says, something's coming. Or should I say, someone, because I am a dramatic pony.
Yes.
He really is.
Yes, he is.
Sorry that I voiced your pony there briefly, but you know.
That's all right. But I feel like you've got the
I've got the range. Yeah.
So which direction is somebody coming from? I want Pony to be looking the right way direction.
Pony is directing you that someone is coming up the path to the house. It on the map it kind of just goes west, but it kind of winds down the hill to the north. Excuse me.
Is
you have not come that way because you took the shortcut over hills, but you could probably conclude that eventually that path leads to the old Svalich Road to the north.
All right, but they're heading toward the castle. Does Pony think that this person has seen Pony already, or could Pony still sort of sidle out of sight?
Pony says, "I am like the wind, or the night wind," and Pony sidles out of sight.
So So Pony's gonna go sort of to the north side of this like turret area over here. Yep. But he still wants to like be peeking around the corner, so he can be keeping an eye.
We've all seen a horse peek before, and we can therefore imagine what it's like for a pony to peek. It's just smaller.
Right. So as soon as Pony has more information about like if it's a single person, if this is multiple people, humanoid, is this a dragon coming up the hill? Like Pony will be sending me that information as soon as he has it.
All right. And do you get text or voice or full audio visual from Pony?
It's a psychic connection.
It's T-Mobile offers that.
That's what it is.
All right.
It's telepathic. I don't know. Like, I don't know that I can see through his eyes. I think it's more like he telepathically describes what it is that he is seeing.
And so Pony telepathically describes that he at first can hear the sound of hoofbeats, suggesting that it could either be a horse or a zebra or an extremely tame antelope.
Ghost horse.
Yes.
Or Tony
ghost horses don't have hoofbeats.
Skeletal horse?
Unicorn.
Get it together.
Skeletal horse. Maybe this is where the skeletal rider lives.
All right. Several seconds later, a normal, regular horse comes around the hill. Specifically, it is a horse drawing a wagon. And there is someone that Pony, based on their garb, identifies as likely of the Vistani.
Does he recognize the horse? Is it Drusilla? And it's just like it's not Rictavio's wagon. Okay. All right.
Rictavio has like a big barrel wagon. This is more like a cart, you know.
Okay. All right. I say as Brildish, I turn to everybody and say, okay, you guys, somebody's coming. Pony said that there is a Vistani person on a cart with drawn by a horse coming up the trail. I will keep you updated as to what this person is doing as Pony tells me, but that seems really weird because it didn't seem like this place got a lot of visitors.
I turn to Aragal and I say, Aragal, do you know if the Vistani make use of this building for any purpose?
Not to my knowledge.
Well, it seems that our knowledge will soon expand.
Are these windows at the front that we could like also peek out?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. I suggest, as you know, maybe some of you folks who can cast spells at range, maybe take a peek out there.
Crucible will pop over to a window.
All right.
They're very curious.
All right. I don't have a token for the wagon, but you see a horse and drawn by a horse and cart with a Vistani rider. That's what these tokens are over here. Kind of drive up to there's kind of a little roundabout in front of Arkenvostholt with the big dragon statue as described before. He kind of parks the horse. Jane, is that how horses work?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Boop, beep.
Parks the horse, gets off the front of the cart and starts unloading something from the back of the cart.
Can Pony or Crucible tell what it is?
Yeah, what's being unloaded?
Looks like a large wooden box.
How large are we talking?
Oh, probably about 6.5 feet long.
Like a coffin-sized box?
I mean, what's a coffin, Dan? Anything could be.
It's a large box, Tony.
Yeah, look,
About 6.5 feet long.
I'm just saying he is unloading a large wooden box. It's about 6.5 feet tall. It's about 4 feet wide. It's about 3 feet deep. He's getting it off the wagon. It looks, it would be rectangular shaped, except for a slight hexagonal.
Yeah. Okay.
Thing.
Right. So they're unloading a coffin. I got it.
He slides it off the cart, and it kind of thuds just to the ground in front of Argonval Salt.
Or handling.
It's weird.
There's the box on the
I rolled a 23 on a perception check. Is there anything else that strikes me about this person?
He appears to be of Vistani, based on his garb. Vistani are much more colorful clothing than the normal dreary goth garb of your standard Barovian. He looks a little disheveled, but he looks pleased that he has gotten a box off of his cart. He is now urinating on the dragon statue.
You're kidding.
Oh, he's classy.
That's rude.
Aragal, is there a reason that someone would deliver a coffin to a particular location?
Aragal kind of moves over to kind of look out one of the windows. Is there a window available?
Sure. There's a couple of windows in there, it looks like.
All right. Aragal looks out and says, I do not know, but that man, that is Kolya. He is from my camp.
Ah.
Maybe we should go outside and talk to him.
I'm
very curious.
Kolya gets on back on his cart. Looks like
so I will say, I will say that when we last parted ways with Aragal's family, they did say that if they ran into us again, they would be forced to enter into a fight with us.
There is only
Aragal
to say. Very true. I should also mention, my people. We are, of course, in service to the devil. And, some of my people, they serve the devil out of fear, out of respect or tradition for the old ways. And there are a few among my camp who just seem to really like it. And Kolya is one of those. He is not among my favorite.
So he's like a true believer sort of guy?
Yes.
Well, there is also only one of him, and there are several of us.
But I don't want him to know that we're here and then go back and tell everybody else that we're here. And I also don't necessarily want to just murderize one of Aragal's countrymen.
If he is departing, perhaps we should investigate the box after he leaves?
Yes, I start looking around for giant stakes of wood.
Or giant stakes.
And
wood. Like, we don't even need to
like
open
an axe
the coffin.
handle?
We don't even need to open the coffin. We can just maybe drill a little hole and just straight through, and then we can open the coffin and see what's inside. Or
do you have you definitely can find a piece of wood, maybe even a sharp piece of wood that was part of the original furniture of this
power drill.
Here, I don't. Power drills may require a
Crucible's finger can turn into a power drill.
Okay.
All we need is a spear or a javelin, and just hammer that down to create a little
Tony,
hole.
Kolya is riding away.
Okay,
sure.
What time of day is it?
Bye.
I don't know.
I think it's late morning probably.
Yeah.
Because didn't we rest?
Best
at
time to
the
open a coffin,
tower?
everyone.
Yeah. We could also have Pony just keep an eye on the coffin, make sure it doesn't walk away while we continue searching.
Oh no, is it a mimic?
The rest of the building, since I'd hate for us to give away our position.
I'm just very confused about someone just dropping off a coffin randomly. I don't.
Well, if it has something to do with the devil, it's possible that the devil's just been tracking us and knows exactly where we are. And
he
this
mailed
has been
himself to us?
Well, maybe not himself. Maybe
minion?
a lower vampire
Blinky?
of some sort, and just did this just to screw with us. It's a special delivery because I don't like you.
I don't know. I always have this problem when I order food. They just deliver a coffin instead. It's the worst.
That's
No, I
DoorDash
said
in Barovia.
coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Close. We're very close.
One time I got an iced coffin, and that was, I mean, it wasn't. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it.
Odd.
Okay, so what's on the table? One, we go check the coffin and ask Pony. No,
No, you don't.
Yeah, two, we don't. We explore the castle.
I think it's which we do first.
Yeah,
Yeah, like-
my feeling is I would prefer to investigate the coffin, in as much daylight as possible.
I agree with that, but also there were shadows in this room,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want something to follow us out and catch us off guard.
That's fair.
So we should have people who are keeping an eye out
There's
towards the mansion.
there are balconies in this room too, right, Tony? Sort of.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
totally.
Should we go up there first? Maybe just clear out this room. Just make sure, because we saw the shadows, but we didn't.
Sure.
But there was a shadow of like a dragon, right? And then we didn't find anything.
Mm-hmm.
Should we at least go upstairs and take a look at the balcony, sort of?
Okay.
So, Brildish, can you have Pony keep an eye on the mysterious box?
Yes, actually, so Pony is going to go back to his original sort of post. When he does that and comes within view of the coffin area, does anything change with the coffin?
No. Does Pony want to look at the coffin?
Yeah, he's gonna
From a
not too
distance.
close, but he's gonna sniff. I feel like horses, it's not as good sniffer as a pup or a saber-toothed tiger. Probably. I don't actually know
Mm-hmm.
if horses sniff.
The tiger definitely has a good.
Give me
sniff.
a quick pony perception check.
Pony perception. Oh, what color dye should I use for Pony? This is very important.
Yeah.
I apologize for.
A quick PVC.
Yeah.
What are the options?
Well, we've got blue and yellow and red and white and green and orange. I was
White.
hoping for gray, but yeah, I think white is probably the best.
He's
One of the listeners
celestial,
just
so
suggest
white.
you should just not question the coffin and bring it inside your headquarters, and all go to sleep.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Let's do
I've
it.
never heard of that going wrong.
All right. So let's see. We would probably add wisdom to that for a perception type check, which is a 0. So it's only a 7. So with a 7.
Samus is gonna go.
Oh, sorry. 7 is the total.
Yeah, that's a total.
Pony Cindelarnt thinks that there's something written on the lid of the coffin. Can Pony read?
Oh crap! Then maybe Samus isn't gonna go there.
Montage
You
where
read.
we're around the campfire. Brildish had taught Pony to read.
I'm gonna say no.
But
Pony's
only
intelligence-
dwarven.
Yes.
Pony's intelligence is only 6. I feel like he
Mm.
might struggle to read.
I do not play Pony as having an intelligence of 6.
Yeah, I don't
Pony's
either.
wisdom may be much higher.
Yeah.
No.
Jane, I'm just thinking about one of our other groups.
It's a
We had a
little
player who created a new character who was not as smart as their original characters, and they insisted that their character was such low intelligence that they would not understand the very nature of commerce and ownership of property. And we had a vigorous argument about this, at which point it was revealed that the character's intelligence was 10, which is average.
We did have in another group a character with an intelligence of 4?
What?
Really?
How do you do that?
Well, and then that
you roll
character
for
got
stats.
a circlet of intellect, and boy, that I don't remember how high their intelligence was, but it was not.
Yeah.
We were concerned that they would have trouble feeding themselves.
Yeah. All right. So yes, Pony Cindelarnt recognizes language in the written form, but perhaps cannot decipher.
All right.
it.
Well, I mentioned
Written
there's
on the cover of the
there's
coffin.
something written on
Which did I say? Box.
on the
Evil box.
coffin. But yeah, I think maybe it is a good idea to at least check out this room and not open any other doors before we go outside. As long as that's not taking us until dark.
Yes. So I will just tell you, if you scroll up on the map, you can see I kind of revealed the second floor.
Oh yeah.
So you can just poking your head up there, you can see that there is a balcony that overlooks the foyer. There's a lot of places you could go from the second floor of the house. There's doors and hallways in several directions, and including there are stairs that go up from the balcony, but doors, hallways at that. Do you see those?
Yeah. It's a big house.
Also, as mentioned, probably you didn't see these. There are doors. I'll reveal a little bit more of the map there. You see that there are several sets of doors on the north side of the foyer on the bottom level of the house that you entered in.
Do we want to clear the first floor before we clear this
room? I'm just saying,
we got a lot of options.
There's a lot of house. You have explored probably even you've explored only a chunk of the first floor, let alone the many floors above you. And this house is in poor structural shape, has several floors.
Okay, I think I've changed my mind. I think my vote is let's check out the coffin.
I'm starting to lean that way too.
Have a couple people standing by the door inside so that we can shout out at the people who are checking the coffin, or they can shout in, and then go from there.
To your knowledge, you can both shout in and out of the doors.
I mean,
well, some
what are these miraculous creations?
Yeah, you never know. I mean, until I enforce a one-way sound magic door.
Check
sound goes in, but it never goes out.
I knew it.
Crucible will lead the way out.
All right.
Towards the coffin. Crucible.
will.
Crucible's curious.
Androdite and I will stay inside.
Since Lena will also stay inside.
I would be better to stay inside because I've got range.
Crucible's checking out a coffin by themselves.
But Samus is going with you.
All right. You want to give me a quick perception check, Crucible?
Sure.
Someone who could read languages?
I can.
I'm going to stay back and look around the room for shadows as this happens, but Pony will be keeping me up to date on what's happening.
I am looking forward to this moment where it's like we're all really concerned about the shadows. Meanwhile, a vampire is eating Crucible.
Yeah.
Well, Pony is going to tell me if that starts to happen.
Vampires?
Nah, not really.
I'm going to go out with Crucible. I was staying in because I was ranged, but I'll just stay back since no one else is going out with him.
All right. Well, Crucible carved in kind of neat, tidy lettering into the lid of this box let's, and there's no way to say it other than this. There's 4 words. Which word would you like to hear first?
What language are they written in?
Oh, they're in common.
Okay.
Left to right?
In order? Yeah.
All right. In order, it says cast in Onatar's Crucible.
What? Is this the sack?
Yeah, I was thinking this must be the Revenant. Or something really weird is going on.
Also, I'll tell you, with a 14, you hear a scratching noise from inside the box.
Oh, my word.
Who has mold earth? Okay, mold earth.
So I have, hang on, let's see. Favorite enemy.
Are Revenants undead?
Undead, yes. So undead is my favorite enemy. I have advantage on survival checks.
Just every time you say that, it sounds so cool.
As well,
got a lot of enemies, but they're my favorite.
Intelligence checks to recall information about them. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna roll to see if I can discern what this is.
All right. And I will just tell you, Crucible, you also notice there is like a slight, there's some initials in the bottom left corner of the lid. There is a kind of little stylized HVH.
HVH.
Yeah.
Someone von someone?
Hag von Hag.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. HVV.
HVV.
I was like, Von Helsing?
Oh, they didn't finish. It's how very, very, but they never finished.
Yeah.
And the middle V is small. So big H, little V, big V.
H versus V?
Crucible, you can...
Horse von Wunder?
I think when
open it.
It's just pronounced.
That's not a title
Also,
for this,
the horse
this
has a
episode.
name, people. It's Bucephalus.
The Wunder horse.
Learn it.
Maybe this is the way he signs his name.
Bucephalus is a wonder horse.
No.
We know that.
Oh, I miss him so much. Why are we wasting time in this? Why is this adventure just not just me and Bucephalus and Richania?
You delivered a Revenant to us,
telling
Tony.
jokes, living in the tavern.
We didn't order the Revenant.
You never know. We should open up and see if Bucephalus is inside.
Didn't open the bag, people. That was you.
I am scratching at the coffin.
I'm
Crucible.
gonna I'm gonna pull out my battle axe +1 just so I have a magic weapon handy.
Now, Aline, you were rolling something about
it was
undead.
An 8.
Okay, was that about undead? About Revenant? What was?
It was. I was trying to do a perception check to see if I could glean anything from the information that we have already.
I think that you have gleaned from this that you have never been mailed a coffin before.
Definitely never been mailed a coffin with my own name on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically Dan has to sign for it. You guys can all just leave.
I think you misdelivered this. All right. Well, so there's scratching on the inside. There's writing on the outside. I'm
one of those scratchy righty coffins. Yep.
I'll say, there's we could do a little mold earth, just put it underneath some rocks. We could fabricate some sort of locks for it.
We could open it real quick and throw some garlic in.
I will say, he's currently in a box. So that's, I feel strategically something.
Curiosity's really getting to me, though.
No.
Curiosity killed the crucible.
I literally put a bad thing in a box, and you guys are like, gotta open that box someday.
Some of us are not.
What, we gonna leave the box here forever?
Crucible could fashion some nails, and we could nail it shut real good.
That's true. I mean, I could.
You guys, it's all you guys.
I don't want to open this box.
I don't think we should open this.
Yeah, I would like to make it more shut. How could we make it the most shut?
Let me see what.
Considering some options.
I'm gonna
cast shut box.
I'm gonna tromp out there, and okay. So you said you heard scratching from inside. I am going to go up to the box and lean down and say, "Hey, is anybody in there?" Because what if it's a person that we're friends with, and this is a really messed up idea.
The lid on the box flies off, and
oh no.
Well, I'm right there with my axe.
I didn't open it, is all I am saying.
I'm just going to tell you
none of us
that I have already rolled initiative for things because I saw where this was going. So inside the box is it looks to you, Roldish, basically just like a zombie. There's a corpse. It seems to have a noose around its neck. It looks quite old and moldering. Crucible, you see something slightly different than everyone else. You see a corpse with glowing red eyes that are fixed upon you.
Cool.
Also in the box, let me just arrange my tokens here. Also in the box are many bats.
Many bats or many?
Oh dear, that is a lot of bats.
Many bats.
Would you say, Tony, that there are bats?
There are indeed bats. And the bats are no longer in the box. The bats.
Oh man, who let the bats out of the box?
Who let the bats out?
The bats are all up on you.
Bats.
Do you know the history of that song? It's fascinating.
Do not know the history.
Oh, there's a whole podcast episode on 99PI about it. It is very complicated who the origins of that song. Anyway, roll initiative because you're being murdered by bats.
Okay.
I kind of like the initiative that my character seems to have.
Well,
yeah, you said you already rolled initiative. I take it that wasn't for us.
Oops.
No, I don't.
Text expand.
I thought about that. Dragon Friends, they roll initiative for the players. I felt like that's not how you
I rolled very crappily.
Oh my god, I rolled crappier.
I am literally standing over this box with my face in front of it, and I don't get to move until 5.
You just get bats up in you.
I'm with you. I got a 4.
I have a 10. This is awful.
I will tell you the bats rolled a 3 because they're just bats.
Oh wait, I'm doing that wrong.
Crucible, in your heart of hearts that this is a bag-related situation. Dan also concluded that he should never have opened a bag 3 years ago when we played that session. And I enjoy that you remembered that and just probably think about that every time you hold a bag now.
I would like to before we get started, search my memory of this and go back to the bag related situation. Did non-magical weapons? Yes, I am not doing that much work to edit this together, you guys. Did non-magical weapons hurt the Revenant, or was magic required?
non-magical weapons hurt the Revenant. I believe you even know, I didn't listen to that episode, but you fought a Revenant because it came out of the bag, and now it's going to haunt Crucible forever until he gets the wish spell. Or it lives 1 year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I just got to outlive it.
Well,
good luck.
Good luck. You do know, I believe that a Revenant regenerates unless it takes fire or radiant damage.
Tony,
So-
what's
An in-game year or an out-of-game year? Because we might be...
Either one, touch or go. You've seen Dan Lives? So, a lot of processed foods, people. So, I mean, sure.
I'm not the one eating cotton candy
Yeah,
over
he
here.
did try to just feed me cotton candy to even the odds, but like, I'm taking him down with me, Dan.
What's the challenge rating on a Revenant, just out of curiosity?
What? Do I have to tell you these things?
Yeah, it's the law.
Is it? All right, I'll tell you it's 5.
Okay, I cannot destroy it out of hand.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's a thing that haunts you because you opened a bag. I wasn't gonna let you destroy it out of hand. So we're in agreement here. Good talk.
Fair enough.
Have people put in their initiatives?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna delete the giant spider.
Thanks.
All right. Aragal is first. I will tell you, I think were you surprised? I'm going to say you are not surprised. I feel like under a lot of other situations, I would have had the Bats and the Revenant have a surprise round. I am going to say that you were perhaps surprised that the lid opened, but you were not surprised that there were horrible things inside the box. So you're welcome.
It's a friggin' coffin. The box.
We didn't think it was full of presents. Or...
Yeah.
For purposes of shipping, we have to define
What's
it.
this? A coffin full of cotton candy.
I didn't expect it to be delivered. Like, I thought it would like sneak up on us. I didn't expect it to be like delivered to the door of a mansion we broke into, kind of.
Wait until next time when it parachutes in.
Is this the security system for this?
Isn't Dungeons and Dragons? That would be a weird skill. It's not really inefficient. We deliver your one enemy to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you break it again. It's Strahd von Zarovitz. Those are the only options.
It's Corpse Box, promo code TPK.
Yeah.
Every month, an artisan corpse shipped straight to your door and engraved.
Is that a corpse of an artisan?
You don't know. We haven't talked to him yet.
Yeah.
Wait and see.
Well,
here's an artisan.
Jane, here's all my venture capital. I'm sold.
Excellent.
I'm gonna pay you in cotton candy.
That elevator pitch was great.
So Aragal's going to take care of this Revenant, is what I'm seeing in the initiative order. The rest of us
or
can go
the
home.
bats encircling him. One of those.
Cool.
Have
Wait,
they
do
even
bats like
exited the
revenants?
coffin yet, though?
Yeah, I basically have decided that they move very
Opt out.
So each of you is, including Pony, it basically has a cloud of bats around you.
Okay.
What about those of us who are inside? Do we
yeah.
have a cloud of bats?
Yes.
Wow.
Good question. Good question.
I mean, I know
Yes,
very
yes,
well
yes,
how bats can get into buildings. They
Never
do it even when it
happened.
seems like they shouldn't be able to, but they can.
So, Jane, are you controlling Aragal?
Yes.
He goes, bats!
Yeah, Aragal hates to be surrounded by bats. Does not like it very much. And he is going to stab at the bats.
All right. The bats are not hard to hit. They are hard to damage because they're a swarm.
Okay. So this is going to be a... Oh, that's right. It gets multi-attack.
Just
The
swat
reason I
bats out
related
of the
that
sky.
to M&Ms about how they melt in the mouth, not in the hand.
Okay, well, that's
Hard
a
to
critical
hit.
fail for Aragal. Aragal hates bats, which for someone from Barovia, I think makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But he's
Probably.
constantly miserable.
Especially not just in Barovia, Valaki.
Yes. Yeah.
Big and bright.
Yeah.
Or bite, one of those.
Deep in the heart of the lucky, and his second attack also does not hit. So he's just screaming and dancing around and like waving his swords.
All right.
Cannot hit a bat.
Imra followed by Lena Delina.
How does Hunter's Mark work on a swarm?
You mark the swarm. They're your enemy.
You hate them all.
Yeah. Those bats, not good.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark at the first level.
All right.
Um,
Congratulations. Those bats.
Thanks.
Hate you also.
And I'm going to swipe at it with my. I pulled the battle axe out, right?
Battle axe? Remember when you guys liked me shortly before now?
So that's a 23.
All right, you cleave into the bats with your battle axe. Roll damage. I will tell you they are resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, so they're probably going to take half damage, or they are going to take half damage of whatever you roll. But you're probably going to kill a bunch of bats.
Need to get my D10.
Bat
here.
swarm's not hard to hit. It's just probably going to take a couple whacks to get them. I will also tell you, because they are swarms, once you kill half of them, they are half as effective into doing damage. So,
I rolled a 7, 8, 9 for damage.
All right, I'm doing 4 points of damage to the bats. You kill several bats.
Okay.
All set, Imra?
Yeah, I think so.
Lena Delina, Elevor, you're on deck, followed by Samus.
Actually, no. I get 2 strikes.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Roll to kill more bats.
Okay, so that is an 18.
Yep, I'll tell you, the bats are 12. They're not hard to hit. Let me tell you, the Revenant is a lot meaner than one individual bat. If I gave you a swarm of Revenants, so when you know you've upset me.
Oh boy.
That is 12, another 12.
I will do 6 damage to these bats. You have killed half those bats.
Okay, cool. I'm going to have Androdite disengage and run away from the bats.
All right. The bats are kind of flapping harmlessly in the direction of Androdite, but he has run away. All set, Imra?
Yes, for real this time. Sorry about that.
Nope, good choice. Good. We don't want to rush you. You made good, important decisions and killed more bats. Elevor.
I think you skipped Lena.
Yes.
I skipped Lena with that. Sorry. Thank you, Lena.
Lena sets her sword alight. She's gonna stab bats.
The sword in your head says, yes, feed me to their leather wings. Or feed their leather wings to me. One of those. I'm not picky. I'm a sword.
Good at slashing, not great at grammar.
Yep, so that hits. And it's going to be 13 radiant damage.
Oh, you killed half the bats before they could even attack you.
Except it's also sneak attack, Tony. So that's another 12 damage.
And it's all radiant?
It's all radiant.
And is the sneak attack is sneak attack?
Yes.
So is the sneak attack untyped, or is it bludgeoning, piercing, slashing?
It is also the damage type of the weapon that dealt it.
So I think you just murdered all those bats.
Nice.
Eat it, bats.
Wow.
Okay,
Murder.
Lena, making a note here. Lena Delina will not be killed by a single swarm of bats.
Bat free, baby.
All right. Erica, how many bats you got in Edmonton? Is bat-free zone also just rats?
No, we have bats. Yeah.
Everything that rhymes with rats, free
Cats.
that too.
Bats.
Cat-free zone.
Tats.
Free zone.
Yeah. All right. My Canada quiz is complete. Lena, you all done? Did you want to move since you're no longer encumbered by bats?
Quiz.
Let's see. Yeah, I should probably try to get closer to where the Revenant is. Or other undead guy.
Yeah, he could be anybody.
Yeah.
Elevor, followed by Samus.
All right, let me do a little roll here. An 8 to hit.
All right, you're swinging around, but you are not connecting with any bats.
Yeah, bats and I don't really connect. Elevor will stay where he is, ready to attack
All right.
bats.
Samus.
And
Samus will be followed by the Revenant, followed by Broldish.
sec here. Loading, and there we go.
Loading.
Oh my god, this is so stupid. To another 8 for those listening.
I'm sorry.
No attacks from either of my people.
We are all very discomfited by this, except for Lena.
Yeah. Good news, everybody. It's the Revenant's turn. The Revenant stares with eyes that are just full of red light and hatred at Crucible. Crucible, who will be stalked by this Revenant for as long as it exists on this plane of existence. For this Revenant, it's just this harrowing, tortured soul that will embody corpse after corpse in order to take out his vengeance upon Crucible before Crucible opened a bag. That's how Dungeons & Dragons works. I don't make the rules. I just make the rules and enforce them.
I would like to point out that Crucible's good friend Brildish is standing right next to them, and Brildish is going to use her reaction to interpose her shield in between the Revenant and Crucible. So if it attacks him, it gets a disadvantage.
It will not attack Crucible so much as just stare at him with an attack you could call a vengeful glare. Crucible, make a wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
Sorry, there's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah.
Except that's not true. I can give you a +2 because of my delightful aura.
I'll take it.
Specific aura. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but I think it's delightful.
All right. Wisdom saving throw. 17 + 2 is 19.
All right. For a moment, you are paralyzed with fear, and then you snap out of it, and you are not afraid of the Revenant.
That's my aura.
That was its action.
Aura of protection. So I still got to use protection of a sort.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right. Brildish, your turn, followed by Crucible.
All right.
Followed by Bats.
Remembering back to this previous fight, Brildish, this is, she's not the smartest, but she really likes fighting. So in the previous battle, I know that we did not require magical weapons to harm it, but did radiant damage do extra damage to it?
Radiant damage keeps it from regenerating. Does not do extra damage.
Okay.
Fire
in
damage
that case,
does that too.
I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Divine Favor on myself. So I pray to Hala, please give me your favor. And until the spell ends, my weapon attacks deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage if I hit.
All right.
So I am going to attack it with my Sacred Axe. And I say, in Hala's name, grant me your favor to destroy this foul creature. And that is a 19 to hit.
You thwack into
silvered?
it.
If that, I don't know if silver makes a difference.
This is not a werewolf Revenant. Not yet.
Okay.
Oh, no. Don't give him any ideas.
Roll some damage.
10 points of slashing damage and 2 points of radiant damage.
12 points of damage on this Revenant. I will tell you, you take a chip out of his shoulder, but he looks like he hasn't even noticed it. This looks like a tough, evil, undead creature consumed with hatred for Crucible, who we all know is a nice guy, but there has been a misunderstanding. And like most misunderstandings
all I
in Dungeons
did
and Dragons,
was try to...
someone will die for it.
All I did was try to let them out of the bag. I thought I was being helpful.
I do get a second attack, so I'm going to use
roll it.
Chop one way, then chop the other direction.
Ooh, classic.
Hala be praised.
I will tell... Brothers, I'll just tell you, you need a 15 to hit this meaty Revenant.
Well, rolling a 1 on the die is not going to achieve that.
Not usually.
So, yeah, I guess maybe attacking, chopping in one direction and then trying to chop in the other direction is not the way to go.
Yeah, it's not. You got to follow through.
Noted for next time.
All right.
So, yeah.
Crucible,
hang on. Pony probably, it goes on my turn.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? Pony's covered in bats.
Yeah, Pony is covered in bats. Has anybody been hit by the bats in this fight?
They have not gone yet.
That's right. Okay.
Bats not gone.
Just trying to decide if I should also have Pony run away. No, Pony would not just want to run away. He's a celestial creature. There's an undead here. He's gonna just like rear up on his hind legs and whinny and just like use his his front hooves to just.
You almost said pause, didn't you?
I almost did.
I can tell.
Hoof attack at the bats.
All right, bats are not hard to hit. Roll a hoof attack.
Kind of flailing. Geez, I'm not rolling super well. Oh, it's because I didn't roll the pony die. I rolled the British die.
Well, that's on you, Eric.
It is. It's totally
classic mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's only a 12.
12 is what you need to hit the bats.
No, it's 11.
11
Sorry.
will not do it.
I did poor, I did
roller
poor math.
Oh, you talked yourself out of
There's
that.
a real pony bat
Sorry.
roller coaster here, which
No,
is
not unless
the
Pony
worst
gets
roller coaster that
an
Bruce
extra-
Wayne owns.
Unless Pony gets an extra +1 from something. No, that doesn't.
All right.
So, all right. So he's just gonna continue to stay in the field of bats, I guess.
All right.
We'll see what happens
Crucible, this is all your fault.
That seems about right. So I guess the question is, do we want to continue damaging the Revenant, or should I make it run away? Anybody got a feeling on that?
I feel like we should kill it.
If we can, yeah. Otherwise, we
next.
might
Because
get.
otherwise it's going to come back and it might show up while we're in the middle
Might
of
get
Battle of
corpse
Shadows.
dash.
I guess my
Yeah.
point
Every
is I can
place
make
we
it run
go.
away for a minute, and that would give us time to deal with the bats.
Oh, I thought you meant
yeah,
run
do that.
away, run away.
Oh no, I
Okay.
just gotta try to turn it basically.
Yeah, a minute
It's
to
worth
destroy
a
the
try.
bats.
A
That'd be
minute,
good.
yeah.
It's undead.
That's
I don't get to
6
channel.
rounds?
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
if it makes it. All right, let's try. I will try turning undead as my action. Crucible puts his hand forward. The symbol on his forehead starts to glow, and the Revenant
Love it
must
when he
make
does this.
a Wisdom saving throw.
The Revenant thinks about this and stares back at you, Crucible, with an intensity. Just kind of brushes his shoulder. For the Revenant has turn immunity, which is to say the Revenant is immune to effects that turn undead. I'm not even going to roll that saving throw.
Wow.
No.
Well, that was a good use of my action.
Somebody opened a bag.
That
I'm not going to
fleshbag
say
Revenant.
who.
We've learned something important
Yeah.
on this day, like all days.
Yep. Crucible, you done? You are also surrounded by bats.
Apparently.
All right. It is the bat turn. Let me do this as quickly as I can, since everybody except Lena is going to be attacked by bats. Let me just see here. I'll work. What's the best way to do this? I will work left to right. Broldish, bat attack, critical fail. Crucible, bat attack, 14. Doesn't sound very impressive. Samus, a 9. Pony, a 10.
Oh, that hits.
Imra,
Oh.
13.
No.
Aragal, 13. And Elevor, 6. Those are not the best bats. Did anyone got hit? Pony got hit?
Yeah, they
This
hit
Pony.
Pony.
Also, the bats chased down. Did I roll for Androdite? I don't think I did.
Androdite's. Oh, are you gonna have bats go to her?
Yeah,
Yeah,
bats will
okay.
chase down Androdite. An 11. That is.
No.
I will tell you. I rolled. I did not roll above 10, and I just rolled the d20 like 7 times. So
We need some barding. We need some barding for Pony. That's what I've just
yeah.
realized.
So Pony will take some damage. Pony will specifically take 2d4 piercing damage. Pony will take 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
All right.
Ouch. That's not good. He
Um,
still has almost half. He's got about a little more than half his hit points.
Should we try and do one more round quickly, or should I end it here?
It's up to Jane.
I want an action.
Yeah, we can do another round.
All right. Feel free to roll damage with your attacks to move us along.
Okay.
Aragal, you are still surrounded by bats. It's a question of bats or revenants.
Bats.
The classic
All right.
question.
You need a 12 to hit those bats.
He sure does.
Imra, get ready.
And let's see.
I am.
His
Get my-
damage is okay, so that is 6 damage.
But I'm having it. But he does sneak attack
yes.
damage, right? Or poison damage?
Yes, well, that would be if he had his crossbow, but the bats are also within 5 feet of another enemy, so he
They
does
are.
do sneak attack damage.
Haha.
So that's an additional 14.
All right. He has killed more than half of the bats in that swarm.
He likes that more than last round. And then he crit fails again. So he was getting real high on his own supply for a little bit there.
We've had
I
a lot
think-
of crit fails.
Yeah,
just to
he's
establish
critically
our-
failed twice against bats. So
Yeah, Aragal, I think we're just going to canonically afraid of bats.
can't argue with results.
Yep. All set, Aragal?
Yes.
Imra!
Okay, I already rolled my attacks.
Nice.
They both hit. So I'll do 1 damage to see how that goes, and then I'll roll the other.
All right.
So that is 10 points of damage.
But I am having it. Those bats are still there, but they are not great.
So this one is 7 points of damage.
There are like 3 bats left. I don't think it counts as a swarm anymore.
I was hoping I could take care of them.
Yeah.
I'm going to have Androdite. I don't know that it does any good, but I'm going to have her disengage again and run up here a little bit.
Okay. Lena Delina, followed by Elevor. Lena, bats or revenants?
Well, I don't have bats currently.
No.
But that dragon sculpture, we had figured out how to operate it.
I believe that you had figured out when you stepped on the steps, it triggered and blasted a harmless blast of cool, refreshing air from probably what was some kind of ice trap 100 years ago.
Eat it, Revenant.
Yeah.
Feel the breeze.
So maybe a little bit of refreshing coolness will help him. Nah, I'm just gonna step forward.
It does seem a little hot under the collar.
Yeah, I'm just gonna step forward. Mint. Radiant sword, a light.
He does not like that.
No. But she does. Okay, that is a. Oof, that's a 12.
The Revenant kind of pivots at the waist and twists wildly, and while doing that, draws a longsword.
Okay, well, I'm then with my offhand going to attack with my sadly not radiant short sword. Okay, that one hits, and the damage will be halved, but I can at least do sneak attack. So that's going to be 11 damage halved, and then another 11 damage also halved. So
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do 11 damage.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, Elevor followed by Samus.
All right. I've rolled attacks, so if they hit, then I'll know what it is, but I'll roll to actually hit. I think more than 20 hits. So Elevor does 13 poison damage to the bats in front of him, or attempts to do 13 poison.
Okay,
damage.
and that's poison damage, so it's not split in any way.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, half the bats hit the ground, poisoned.
All right, and now Samus.
Mm-hmm.
Samus, let's see, 10. Does 14 hit?
14 hits a bat, or many bats.
And then that'll be 12 slashing, so 6 slashing damage.
Okay. So those bats are annoyed.
Is there a status marker for annoyed?
Yeah, it's I don't know. Snails are annoying. If I put a little snail on it, will we remember that snail is annoyed?
No.
I think snails are cute.
Okay.
But they do
How
get
about-
No, use the one with the guy holding
guy.
his head. That's clearly the annoyed guy.
Yeah.
Yes, that's clearly the annoyed guy.
I'm so annoyed.
I just ate cotton candy.
See, I always thought that was a
Brain freeze.
I always thought that was a diamond that was just shining.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it's a guy.
I think it's a
I
guy.
think you're right. I think you're right. I think I just didn't realize it.
Wow.
Learn something.
Yeah. Did we?
I did.
Okay. So that was Elevor. That was Samus. The Revenant is next. I think at this point, the Revenant is done staring and is ready to fight.
More?
So the Revenant is going to lurch forward. You are going to put disadvantage on it.
Yes.
Roldish?
I'm using my shield to interpose.
So it is going to make 2 longsword attacks on Crucible. I'm
It's
rolling
armed?
with disadvantage.
I think I can only
Yeah.
do. I think I can only do that once. Yeah, because I can use my reaction to impose
All right.
disadvantage.
My first one is bad. It's a 10 because of that. My second attack is a 12, which does not seem that effective either. So he's kind of unsteady in his movements. He's like swinging the sword without like bending his arm at all. And, between Breldish and Crucible, you're able to keep him at bay.
Praise Hala.
Praise Hala. Breldish, you're next. Still
All right.
bat encumbered.
All right.
But also, do you care about bats?
I'm ignoring the bats right now. There's a Revenant in front of me, and it wants to hurt my friend Crucible. Not okay. In Hela's name, I strike out at it. I hope I don't strike out at hitting it. 17?
Little sports joke, listeners. 17 hits a Revenant.
Hockey.
Very little. And that is 10 points of damage, 10 points of slashing damage, 4 points of radiant damage.
All right, I'm just noting 10 damage.
That is my first attack. Second attack.
And your people are doing radiant damage to it consistently enough that it will probably never regenerate.
That's what I'm trying for. Unfortunately, I do not hit with my second attack, but I did hit with my first attack, and I have a bonus action left, so I'm going to try to shove it. I say,
shove it!
Name, shove it.
Shove it, bagman.
Yeah. So this is a contested strength check, athletics.
Oh.
It can do actually athletics or acrobatics if it prefers, but I use athletics.
But did I mention that this is a circus acrobat Revenant? We don't know how he died. He could have died in a horrible circus.
This is Dick Grayson's parents.
Yes. I was about to say he was just a poor circus man with his circus wife, and they were the flying revenants. And until the circus did the wrong thing with the mob, and a rope was cut.
Point of order: Are there circuses in Barovia?
They are bad circuses.
they're
Canonically, there are not. We know this already.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
There were too many clowns, and the people of Barovia were like, even this is too much for us.
Right.
And
We've got limits.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
All
what
right,
did
I'm
it get?
rolling a strength check. I have rolled. I feel pretty good about this as far as the Revenant goes. A 19.
Well, that doesn't beat a 23. So
Brildis gonna Brildis. Oh yeah, I'm now flashback to that time when you arm wrestled two bros at the same time.
right? Yes. So hey guys, do you want me to knock it prone or push it 5 feet away?
Prone.
All right.
Prone, yeah.
I am knocking it onto its booty.
All right. He falls back into the coffin from which he emerged.
Yeah, take that. In Hala be praised, and then Pony will rear up on his hind legs again and try really hard to hit some bats.
You should get Pony some silver hooves, so that silver horseshoes.
Oh, that's a great idea. This time he got a 15.
That'll kill some bats.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I wasn't expecting to hit, so I forgot to roll damage. But I will do that now. So 2d4 plus 2. So that is 8 points of damage.
4 points of damage to the bat swarm. All right, Crucible, it's your turn. We did this for you.
Yeah. Crucible takes his
keeps
Yikawa and he does the thing where he like runs the blade of it like through his hand and it lights on fire.
So cool.
And then he raises it and like tries to stab it directly down into the Revenant.
You have advantage when you're
I
stabbing
do
a Revenant
advantage.
in its coffin. Or your coffin? I mean, the coffin has your name on it. So
All
ownership of the coffin to be determined.
Let's hope this goes better than my last rolls.
I mean, you could claim it.
All right, so that's a 25.
That's not necessary.
It does 11 damage plus 46 because I'm burning a 4th level spell
46.
slot
46.
for that. It does 29 damage as I drive that home.
Now, what types of damage? Because some of that damage might be halved.
Oh, yep.
right?
Sorry. Fair point.
Oh, wait,
Also,
no.
No, not on
That's
the Revenant.
bats. This is not a swarm of bats.
Yep. That's a Revenant. So that's 25 damage.
Swarm of
sorry,
revenants. Oh, God.
29 plus an additional d8 of radiant damage that I'm just adding on because I'm freaking awesome. So that's basically fire and radiant in one.
All right.
23,
Those are not
11. That's
If
30,
you could make sure all your
34 points
future
of
damage was like charm damage, that would be great. Dan, what was the final big number that you said?
34.
Charm type.
34.
3d4.
3d4.
I will tell you that you have that Revenant. Let me just check here. If bloodied was a thing, that Revenant would be bloodied.
Darn
That's what I like
tootin'.
to
And
hear.
I think it's certainly very embarrassed at this point.
Is bloody
We
a
basically
thing?
had a stare off And then
Find out.
Bruldish knocked it over, and I stamped it back in the coffin, and I impaled it on a flaming spear.
I feel like I won
That's
the
teamwork.
psychological first round of the battle by delivering you a box with your name on it full of a corpse.
But I won the more important physical round of the...
Since then, it has not gone my way. But I'm just going to say, giving you guys a box with a corpse and a bunch of bats, I feel good about that. Yep.
I don't know that you should.
That was my little addition to the adventure. I feel good about that. It is the bats' turn to wrap things up. I will tell you, because these bats are flapping around in the daylight and Aragal keeps running away, these bats give up. They're not going to chase the dog all day. But other bats will continue to try and nip at the people they've encircled, though several of the bat swarms are damaged and are going to do less damage than they normally do. Bruldish. 9. I am not using that die.
Transfer that to Pony?
No, but I will. Here, you know what?
Bat damage is
Erica,
not transferable.
I'll use the bad die one more time for Pony, and then I'm changing it out. I have rolled a 11.
Oh my
That's enough to hit Pony.
All right, keep track of that. Pony's been hit. Samus. Ooh, Samus is gonna get hit. That's a 23. Crucible, you're still surrounded by bats. 15.
No.
Imra. 7.
No.
Actually 6.
No.
Aragal, 18, but they're only half bats. Elevor, also 20, but they're half bats. And that's it, right? I got everybody. Who needs damage rolled for them?
Pony.
All right, Elevor, you are taking half bat damage. Elevor, you take 1 point of damage.
Nice.
Pony takes full bat damage. Pony will take 7 damage. Sorry, Pony.
Pony's dead.
What?
Oh, no. Not dead. Not
No,
dead.
Pony's in the
Dead.
Feywild.
Pony's
Yeah,
home.
taking
Right.
a holiday in the Feywild. Having
I
some,
think it's the celestial.
Celestial
having some
plane.
pony time.
Flashback to the celestial plane.
Where?
Yep.
Um,
She's probably fine with that.
Yep. Did anyone else need any damage rolled for them?
No.
Sorry, I pictured
Oh,
Pony prancing through the field and like flipping its mane. His mane is like, it's so nice here in the Feywild.
There's a magic seahorse that's like, there's some messages for you.
Yeah, hello.
That's okay. I think I actually had to recast that spell, so I still have it prepared today, so I can just bring it back immediately.
All right. Well, you have.
He's so happy. There's oats. There's everything. No,
Are
don't
you
take
gonna
me
resummon
back.
him-
None of us.
Resummon him in the cloud of bats. Yeah.
I think I'll wait until the bats are gone.
So you have fought with many a cloud of bat. You have defeated some of them. You have dealt a great deal of damage to this evil walking corpse that has come for Crucible. Will you quickly dispatch these things, or will they delay you while other creatures assemble to plot your demise within Argynvost Holt? Isn't this like a side quest on a side quest? Yes, it is. Why would you do that to Tony? I am Tony. Why would you ask me that question? That makes no sense. For answers to questions such as these, tune in next time for Total Party Kill. The end.
Tuesday
Nice. Oh
Oh,
man.
live stream bootleg. Thank you for listening.
you.
Let me tell
Thank
you,
you.
cotton candy and Dr. Pepper is a heck of a combination.
Did you put the cotton candy in the
It's a
Dr. Pepper? Don't do
helpful-
that, Tony.
But I have them in
Oh,
proximity. I think
Maybe
it just
I'll have some in my
dissolves.
coffee tomorrow.
Yeah, just
Not
a
a bad
spoonful of cotton candy every morning.
Yeah,
That's
that
how the
sounds
medicine goes down.
They call that a Cardi breakfast.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
Well, thank you for listening, live stream / bootleg. We will be back soon with more Total Party Kill. Maybe not next Tuesday, but on a Tuesday. There is Murder on the Eberron Express on Sunday. I think there's even some Egglass Angel Dark Sun in the imminent future. So
Oh my gosh, there is.
there will be so much Dungeons and Dragons, you won't know what to do. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being cool. Just the cool people. That was only for the cool.
You know who you are.
Oh, you cool
You're-
out there, you know who you
Yeah,
are, yeah.
you know. Bye, nerds.
Bye. Bye.